TFL EV is brought to you by Flow Charger, maker of reliable, high-quality charging stations for your electric vehicle. All right, Tommy, I am driving the brand new Hummer EV. What are you driving?
Yeah, this is the new Rivian R1S. It's the SUV, and in this video, we're gonna find out which one can get more charge in a smaller amount of time. So we're gonna do a charging drag race. I'm going.
Are you? I'm still connecting.
Oh no! Connection error detected! This charger cannot detect the vehicle is plugged in.
Welcome to the wonderful world of EVs. What the heck is a charging drag race?
Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure yet because this is our first time ever attempting this, but essentially we've got both of these vehicles at a low state of charge. We're going to plug into some high-powered DC fast charging units and then see which one can suck up more juice in a relatively short amount of time.
Oh, I love that idea. So basically what we're trying to figure out is which of these is better on a road trip, because let's face it, on a road trip you don't want to spend a lot of time charging. With electric vehicles, it's all about charge time.
So I am going to precondition my battery. I've got the destination plugged into the navigation here. I'm going to click start. That is an update that came fairly recently. It says preparing battery for fast charging there, and you should do the same on the Hummer.
I will also precondition my battery because I've got that same ability here. I'm clicking it. What percentage of state are you at right now in terms of your battery?
I'm sitting right at 25% state of charge. How about you?
I'm at 23% state of charge.
Now this won't be an exact race because obviously these have different size batteries. The Hummer EV has, usable, it's like 212 kilowatt hours, but it's a bigger battery than that.
Yeah, and the Rivian's right around 135 kilowatt hours, so significantly smaller, but it'll still be a fun race. We'll see who can not only add more electricity, but also add more miles to the Gesso-meter. So let's head over to the charging stations and we'll plug on in.
We need to establish one other important number, Tommy, and that is how long are we going to charge them for? So basically the winner of this race will be the vehicle that soaks up the most electricity in the same amount of time. So how long are we going to be charging for?
Yeah, we're going to charge for probably 20 minutes. I think that's a pretty fair stop that someone might do on a road trip. So we'll see what happens in 20 minutes.
You are going down, my man, because this Hummer EV is one of the fastest charging, at least according to GM, vehicles you can buy. Up to 350 kilowatts, which is, more than yours.
It is more than mine. Mine is over 200, but I have a much smaller battery, so I think I'm going to add more miles to this pack in the same amount of time.
So the winner of this will be determined by two important numbers, right? Number one, how many kilowatt hours were dispensed, and number two, how many miles of range were added.
Exactly right.
Now we're heading to a 350 kilowatt charger because, well, we want to give these vehicles as much juice as possible. It's like the difference between an eighth of a mile drag race when you're using a 150 and a quarter mile drag race when you're using a 350. So we're going quarter mile, dude.
Yep. Yeah, so this is a high power unit. It's an EV Go. So we're going to plug in and then see what happens in 20 minutes.
We said we get two numbers, right? The problem is that second number, which is how much range you've put in, is squishy because it really varies based on your previous driving conditions. So I think the winner has to be the one that dispenses the most electricity.
Whoa. Completely unfair, because that's...
What do you mean?
That's not realistic to the real world. The realistic to the real world is how much real world range you can get from the time spent.
Yeah, but then you'd have to drive because...
No, you don't. Because we can see how much of the percentage of the battery pack we stick in, and then you would multiply that percentage by 212 kilowatt hours. I'll multiply that by 135. I'll get the number at the end. It'll make it worth it. Go for it.
All right, payment has been authorized. Connecting to your vehicle.
I'm going.
Are you? I'm still connecting.
Come on, Rivian. 121, 131.
All right, mine's going.
Woo, okay.
Woo, finally.
So check this out, Cole. So at the EV Go station here, we can actually see some pretty cool information. Oh no! Connection error detected.
Uh-oh.
Mine disconnected.
Well, you better connect it again. That's part of the game. Look at this. 276 kilowatts it's sucking up. Oh, 277 kilowatts.
Charging at 45 kilowatts, 56, 67.
282. Because this is the software issue that people experience. All right,
Well,
now it's connecting to your vehicle again.
It broke again. Could be an
Did it?
issue with the
Yeah.
station too, Dad.
All right, you want to try a different one?
Yeah.
All right, try a different one. I'm going to start you again, okay? I'm going to start you now. I'm starting you now. So we could still do 20 minutes to 20 minutes so that it's fair.
No, this one's broken too.
Why?
It's not seeing the truck. Okay. Let's try
I'm
the
at
next one.
285.
This charger cannot detect the vehicle is plugged in.
Welcome to the wonderful world of EVs. I have to say the first ever TFL EV charging drag race has not gone the way I've envisioned it. We are in the early days, I fear.
So maybe we'll try charging it up where the Hummer's at,
All right.
because we know that one works.
All right. So let's do that. Let's do 20 minutes on the Hummer, and then we'll do 20 minutes on this one. How about that?
Yep.
It won't exactly be a side-by-side drag race, but if it works, it'll be next to each other.
Yep.
We'll be doing the first TFL EV drag races if we're drag racing from behind each other.
Yeah, that's right. One of the cool things I like about the Signet EV Go stations is they give you all sorts of great information, including state of charge, but also duration, and even amps, volts, and kilowatts, and kilowatt hours dispensed, which is sitting at 74.4 right now, at 15 minutes in.
Tommy, as charging sessions go, I gotta tell you, it doesn't get much better than this. 290 kilowatts, we're almost to 20 minutes, 92 kilowatt hours sucked up.
Yeah, but you're at 56%, so you're still pulling 290 at over 50%.
I know, it's exemplary, it's incredible. That is more than the attic that we just cannonballed across country.
The station has almost dispensed an entire Tesla's worth of battery in 19 minutes.
Incredible, yeah.
We're about to hit 20. Estimated charging cost right now is sitting at just under $9. We'll get the charging cost here in a second. The complete charging cost, yeah, it's really chugging along, 95.7 kilowatt hours.
And you know, you might think that this is the most expensive EV at $110,000, but that Rivian driving is close to 100K as well, so...
Yeah, pretty similar.
Price-wise, they're pretty close, actually.
20 minutes. All right.
Stop it.
Stop in the charge.
All right.
So here are the final details. 96.9 kilowatt hours. Your final stated charge, 58%, and the total cost was $10.03.
All right, there's one more number that you want to see, and that is, of course, how much range I put in.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's open that. Here we go. And the range is...
208.
Subtract 58 from 208, and you get 150.
Yep.
I can do that math.
All right, I'm paying for the session. Now this is the same station, the Mica Aya, that we used with the Hummer, so we know it works. 42 kilowatts, 50, 60, 70, 80. So the starting state of charge virtually the same between the Hummer and the Rivian. That's pretty cool.
Let's hope it doesn't time out, huh?
160 kilowatts thereabout. And I think it's working.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Well, we are going to have a drag race after all.
All right, well, things are picking up with the Rivian. We're now at 201 kilowatts.
That's impressive, Tommy.
So you can see session details. 420 volts, 479 amps, 201. Now the station is capable of a maximum of, I think, 500 amps, so we're not too far off of that.
You know, very impressive. This actually be a close race after all. I thought when I got here and you couldn't plug in and charge that I was going to be the clear winner, or the Hummer EV was going to be the clear winner, but now it's getting to be a real drag race. This may actually be a photo finish.
We'll see. Now the charging screen in the Rivian is really cool because it tells you some neat information. It shows you how many miles you are adding per hour, 455 miles. But if I go into session summary, check this out. We can see that we've added 24.6 kilowatt hours, 24.7 of those now are in the battery pack, 0 in the cabin and battery temps, and then not much in low voltage accessories. Now you notice that that number is just a little bit off of what the the station says there, and I do believe that's because that's the difference between the dispensed and the actual added into the battery.
There's heat loss, of course.
Yeah, heat and then inefficiency losses.
I'm still feeling good. But I'm impressed by that 204 number up there.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Now it's up to 205.
Yeah, it's still gaining.
Yeah, that's a strong number. Still 100 below what the Hummer was sucking up, but nevertheless,
Yeah, but
impressive.
your battery's such a chunker.
Yeah, but the battery
It
charge...
doesn't matter because it's about how much real-world driving you can get in 20 minutes.
No, okay, let's think this through, okay? So what you're saying is, in this iPhone, right?
Yeah.
If my battery were twice as big as your battery in your phone,
Yeah.
then I should be able to suck up energy twice as fast. That's not how it works.
No, but my thing
it's like your gas tank doesn't determine how quickly you pour gas in it.
Your truck is so inefficient
Oh.
that in the real world, it's
Oh.
true. I can go so much further on the equivalent amount of energy.
But the charging speed is not determined by the efficiency of the truck.
Well, in some ways,
The charging speed is the charging speed. It's how quickly...
But the charging speed is only valuable based on the efficiency of the vehicle.
So this drag race is, for me at least, about the charging speed. What you're trying to do, because you know you'll lose this because this has a faster charging speed, is you're trying to extrapolate...
I'm trying to make it applicable for people because charging speed is kind of irrelevant if that amount of charge doesn't take you very far down the road. You know what
Vehicle
would have been a
charge.
better test?
What?
10% to 80%. Because it would have taken you just as long to get to 80 as me, because your battery's so big.
Well,
that
next
would have
time.
been, yeah.
Next
That's
time.
what we'll do next time, and I will prove my point.
All right, let us know
definitively.
in the comments which drag race you want to see, like 10 to 80% or
Over 20 minutes.
or 20 minutes.
This is an interesting warning. Actually, it says charging limited by charging station. So it just dropped to 82 kilowatts at 37%, and now we're getting this warning signal that says limited by charging station. So that's cool. It actually tells you what the limit is. So I've gotten another warning here in the Rivian. It says charging slower while battery is cooling. So I'm wondering if things are starting to get a little bit toasty in the battery pack. But what I love about the Rivian is now they give you really detailed information of exactly how your charging speeds vary based on the station and, of course, battery temperature. This is really cool. I love that a lot.
What's your name?
My name's Chris.
I'm Roman, Chris.
Nice to meet you.
So I said that our charging wasn't working for the Rivian, but you got it to work on Chatamo.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, why'd you get a Leaf?
Well, I did a lot of research.
Yeah.
I was watching some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And there was a video of you guys with the Tesla and the Leaf going up into the mountains.
Oh, I remember
if I'm
that
not
video, yeah.
mistaken, this is you.
Yeah.
And then you guys almost not quite made it. You made it, and then you guys charged all the way back down. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it's pretty incredible. So that allowed me to kind of go in the direction of getting the Leaf.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I
sir. It's
appreciate
great
it.
meeting you
Yeah,
guys. That's
yeah.
awesome.
56%, 19 minutes. Yeah, it's slowing down considerably now. We're down to 132 kilowatts at 19 minutes.
You started a little bit lower than I did.
Well, you started at 17 and started at 16. There we go.
Stop it.
20 minutes. So $10.03. 59.9 kilowatt hours delivered. Final state of charge, 56%. Let's see.
How come yours cost more than mine session did?
Wasn't yours also like $10?
It was like $9, but it dispensed more power.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so you paid the same amount for like 20 kilowatt hours less.
Huh. Is this a time-based station?
There's the pricing.
Huh, interesting. Well, let's see how many miles we put into the battery pack.
So if we're going only by power dispensed,
Energy dispensed.
the Hummer, no,
So
the energy
start
power.
It's not interchangeable. They're different.
All right.
I thought they were one time.
Energy dispensed, the Hummer is the clear winner. How about in terms of mileage added? So the Hummer added 150. What did you add?
I added, let's see. I started at 42. I'm at 165. No! 123 miles added. 56% state of charge, and you can see the session summary here. Into the pack, it says 58.9 kilowatt hours. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I smoked you, dude. You weren't even the photo finish. You were way back there in both my metric and the one that you decided to come up with.
I didn't decide to come. Miles added is a very good metric. It's just the
It's not a good metric because if I drive this like a bat out of hell, that miles added will be much lower than what it thinks I'm doing.
But if we were to do a 70-mile-an-hour range test right now, I'd be curious to see. We got a lot more testing to do. This first drag race, a little bit of a
kerfuffle.
kerfuffle.
Let's call it a kerfuffle.
We're working on it, guys. We'll get better at them.
And let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see. But at least today, the Hummer was a clear winner. I'm not sure we did much for EVgo, right? And check out alltfl.com if you actually want to see the real drag race between these two, because there is one of those as well. See you guys next time. Ciao.